It's bear resistant. Just in case you were in bear country, I would actually like to see Yeti cooler against black bear and see how bear resistant it really is. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about the YETI Tundra 45 cooler. I know this isn't a brand new thing that's out, that just came out, but it's new to me, and frankly, I love it. So there's a couple things that I would like to say that I think are really fantastic about this cooler. First of all, it fits really nicely between the seats of my Tahoe, so I can put it inside my Tahoe. It fits nicely. You can open up the items. It sits very level in between my two seats in the Tahoe, and it's really kind of nice that it's easily accessible for my kids to grab drinks or sandwiches or whatever when we're traveling around. I like this color. It's a little bit different than the white. The new color is this really dark blue, which looks fabulous, but frankly was not on sale, and also wasn't ready to wait for that. But I really like this color because it's a little bit different. You see a lot of white ones, and I wanted something a little bit different, and this obviously is a little bit different. This is like a sea foam green or something like that as a color, and I think it looks really pretty cool. So the other thing I really like about this is that it keeps drinks and ice for 3 to 4 days. So we took it to the beach on our recent trip. We were on the beach with the cooler, so it was sitting in the hot sun. It still kept cold drinks for up to 4 days, which I thought was fabulous that it does that, because frankly the cheaper Igloo coolers and things like that just aren't going to do that. You're basically going to have to add a bunch more ice to it, and that just kind of sucks. A couple of tips I would like to suggest is look for them on sale. So I think normally this is a $299 cooler. You can get them on sale for about $239, $240, and so you got to look for them when they're on sale. Don't buy them full price. That's just foolish. Why would you do it? So don't do that. So empty, this cooler isn't the lightest on the market. It's about 23 pounds, completely empty, nothing in it. So that's not the lightest, but there's a reason, because the reason is it's got 2 inches of foam insulation around the entire outside of it. So you can see that it has the 2 inches of foam insulation, and that's what's going to give it and keep it super duper cool and keep your ice and keep your drinks even on hot summer days. The other thing I would say that I think is really pretty cool about it is it's got a really easy to use drain plug as well, which I really kind of like, because at first I thought, why would you ever make something Yeti that actually has something that completely removes from the cooler? But let's be honest, you're going to remove it, you're going to drain your cooler out, and you don't even have to take it all the way out. You see it's got holes in the side, so most of the time I don't even take it all the way out. I just unscrew it a little bit, and then once you get to here, it starts draining anyway. So, but it's something you could lose because it's not connected to anything, but generally what are you going to do? You're going to open it up a little bit, let it drain, and then you're going to be done. The other thing I like about this is it has a military grade rope, so it's got a lot of durability to it. It's not gonna wear out real easy. Has rubberized handles on each side. So typically when we filled this thing up with a bunch of drinks, it holds up to 28 cans of soda or beer or whatever your primary beverage is. It holds up to 28 cans. And then if you add a bunch of ice on top of it and you add a bunch of other things on top of it, you're going to need the 2 handles to carry it. So we usually did one on each side. What I like is the military grade rope too is long enough that you can kind of carry it on each side where it's not up against your legs. So some of those plastic ones that kind of flip up, they're really close to the cooler. That just kind of sucks. These have some distance to them, so it's really kind of nice that it has that as well. So the other thing it has these rubberized, I think they're called T-Rex handles, which are really kind of nice. You pull down, it latches really tight. It's not gonna pop open, or it's not gonna have any issues with it, and then they pop out as well. So the nice thing about these things is that, you know, they're super duper heavy duty. They don't smell or hold any, there's no real creases to them where they would hold any kind of like juice or anything you might spill within a normal cooler. It doesn't have any of that, so it's really easy to clean out, and it's really easy to just kind of pull the handles down and it stays nice and latched. One feature that is, when you start looking at coolers, it's not the cheapest cooler in the market. I mean, you could buy a bunch of Igloo coolers or cheaper coolers, but they're flimsy. They don't hold things cold for that long. And frankly, this is a cooler that if you buy and invest the money in, you invest the 240 bucks in, it's a cooler you're going to have for life, unless you lose it, you get stolen, or you do something really crazy. The durability of this is what makes it worth the money, because once you buy it, you're going to have it for a long time. You can stand on it, you can sit on it while at the beach. You're not gonna damage this thing by doing any of that. We've done it all to it, so standing on it, and that sort of thing is no problem. The other thing that's really kind of cool about this is if you ever are putting it on a wagon or you want to put wheels on it or whatever, it has these kind of like basically what I would say is strap lines. So it makes the strap, so if you ever strap it down from either crisscrossing this way or crisscrossing this way, you can put it on top of a wagon, on the back of your boat, back of an RV, and then you can use these. It'll hold it in place. It's got some ridge lines to it, so it'll hold it in place and kind of strap it down. So that's really a nice feature as well. The last thing is it's got really good rubberized feet on it as well. So as you can see, they got some rubberized feet on them. It's nice because when you put it on your kitchen floor to load it up, get ready for that trip, you're not going to scratch your floor up, so you're not going to have any problems with that. And they really don't wear out that well or that much either. So putting it on concrete and blacktop and things like that doesn't show to really affect them whatsoever. So that's really kind of nice that you don't have to really worry about that. Also, there's some third-party things. There's obviously a bunch of accessories you can buy with it. So what it comes with this. It's the cooler. Comes with a little basket, right? So that's at the top. So probably would be good to get a couple of these, actually, so you can put all your drinks in the bottom, put all your sandwiches and your fruits and whatever else you're going to bring to the beach on top, and so it doesn't kind of get into the ice, but yet stays really cold. So that's a nice thing. But you can obviously replace out handles if you want to. You can replace out these, I think, if you want to as well. So you can customize it a little bit. I've seen people do that a little bit, where they customize it and they take out their rope handles, and they basically thread new rope handles in, and they make it into their favorite sports team, or whatever it is. As long as it's the Packers, we're cool with them swapping those things out. And so it does that, which is kind of a cool feature as well. So the last thing I would say is this is the 45. They do have a 65. The 65 is much bigger. I think you would probably have to justify the use case of why you need that much at one given time. For us and our family of 5, the 45 works perfect. We fill it to the brim, we close it up, it stays cold, and it works really well for us. So that's a nice thing. And then the last thing is they have kind of some holes through here. I can only assume that you're trying to lock this for a good reason, like you don't want your kids getting a hold of your beer or something else along those lines. But it's really kind of nice that it has the ability, and it has it on both sides, so that's kind of nice, just in case you wanted to, I don't know why you need to lock it on both sides, but if you wanted to, you could. So you have that ability. So Yeti did come out with a wheel version of this too, with 2 wheels in the back and a handle in the front. That cooler was right now, it just came out. It's at $3.99. So we couldn't justify doing it. Frankly, we're putting this cooler in and out of the car for when we're taking trips and traveling. We weren't going to be wheeling it around the neighborhood or wheeling it around places. What I would rather do with that, instead of getting the wheelies of this, is try out that nice Yeti bag that they have that you can put over your shoulder. So I come back to this cooler, I load a couple beers, load a couple sodas, load a couple things for the kids, and then put it in a bag and take the Yeti bag with me if I was doing something like that where I was moving around. I really don't particularly care to wheel a cooler around behind me, so that's why I didn't opt for that. And it was another $150 on top of what we paid. We paid $240 for this one, and $3.99 just seemed like it was excessive for adding a couple wheels and a handle to it. So we didn't do that. You can buy aftermarket though wheels, and you can actually buy aftermarket where you can put 4 wheels on it, and I think those run about $150. So if we ever did want to do that, they make them, or you can get aftermarket ones, and they fit in these little holes in the bottom, and then you basically could have 2 sets of wheels or 1 set of wheel, and then just wheel it around by that. But again, that's not what we chose to do. To me, it seems like another thing that could possibly break on me, and I don't want to deal with that. The last thing I wanted to tell you about this cooler is the dimensions, because if you did want to measure it and see if it fit in your vehicle, it fits in my Tahoe. I have a 2018 Tahoe. It fits right in between the seats. Really, really nice, and it fits level. This cooler is 16 by 15 by 25. So 16 by 15 by 25 fits perfectly between those seats. So if you want to measure to make sure it fits yours, it's a good idea. Anyways, that's it for now. If you have any questions about this Yeti cooler, or if you have another cooler that is a competitor of theirs, or anything else that you want to talk to us about, leave us a comment below. Give us a thumbs up. Maybe you'll see another video of the carry bag by Yeti, just so we can show that and show the benefits of that as well. So tell us what you think, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye. Hey, do we want to tell people it's bear proof? It's bear resistant. It's bear resistant. So, just in case you were in bear country, I would actually like to see Yeti cooler against black bear and see how bear resistant it really is.
Stay tuned for his next video.
I'm gonna take a whole.
Go to Alaska.
I'm gonna take the Yeti cooler to Alaska. I'm gonna take a massive bloody T-bone and I'm gonna rub it all over this cooler, and I'm gonna put it inside there. And I'm gonna take this little drainage thing out so the bear can smell that thing in there, and I'm gonna see what that bear can do to get inside this cooler.